Now, as we reflect on shining our light and seeing the light of God in our world, we have a couple of friends here that will be familiar from Vacation Bible School to review with us a little bit of the points we learned from those Bible verses and Bible stories.
Oh man, I sure am. Hello? Oh man, I sure am glad to be back on Earth.
Oh, what? Did you not trust my mechanic skills?
No, it's just good to feel a lot heavier now.
Oh, did you eat too many Twinkies?
No, it's actually the gravity.
Oh.
Whoa, what's that?
I don't know. Let's go check it out. Hey, lady, are you okay?
It's so dark. Control panel lights off. Aerial navigation lights off. Decorative Christmas lights off. I can't believe my electric turbo combustion generator just gave out mid-flight. How am I ever going to fly? I can't believe this. I'm never going to get to NASA headquarters.
Do you want a Twinkie?
Ew. No.
I think what my friend...
Excuse me. My name is Amelia Nosehart, and I am going to be the first to fly around the entire world in my Spectra 7000. But all my systems have malfunctioned, and I can't get this thing to start back up again.
Well, I think what my friend meant to say is, we can help you. I'm Brady.
I'm Mickey Way.
And we just got back from Stellar VBS where we were in that When Life Feels Dark, Shine Jesus Light.
That's right. Our Bible buddy on day one, Cosmos, said that Jesus is the light of the world.
Well, that is interesting, but I really got to get back to my flight. And I would have been making it by now if Jerry had just remembered to pack my spare battery. I've told him a million times, Jerry, don't forget the battery. Jerry, did you put the battery in the plane? The battery's in the plane, right, Jerry? I'm going to call him up right now and give him a piece of my mind.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that you and Jerry aren't getting along. But that reminds me, when people aren't getting along...
Shine Jesus Light. Yeah, our friend Ringo reminded us that we all need to live in harmony with one another, even when we have disagreements.
Oh, that is kind of hard, but I guess it would help my relationship out. Wait a sec. What's this? A spare battery? Jerry remembered, you guys. Oh my goodness. This is so great. Now I can get back to flying around the world once again.
That reminds me of what our buddy Luna told us on day 3. When things go good...
Shine Jesus Light. Yeah, Luna said, shout with joy to the Lord, all the earth.
Well, that is fun, but I've really got to get back to going. Let me just turn my plane around, prepare for takeoff. Would you guys mind counting down? It's more fun that way.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness! What happened? I'm never gonna get anywhere with this hunk of garbage. I just wanted to follow my dreams, and now I'm stuck here with you guys. No offense.
Oh, none taken. Don't worry, though, because when people are sad...
Shine Jesus Light. Yeah, Soul reminded us that don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Everything's going to be okay, Amelia.
Okay? Just okay? I wanted to follow my dreams, and they all came crumbling down. If only I knew somebody with good navigational skills or aeronautical knowledge. But I'm just here. Maybe someone who can fix some cardboard for me?
Sorry, did you want a Twinkie?
No!
Well, our friend Mickey here is actually one of the best mechanics in the whole galaxy, so you're in luck.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, that reminds me that whenever we're feeling...
When people need help...
When people need help, shine Jesus Light.
Let's fix up that ship.
I got some help there. And our friend Haley reminds us that we need to shine our good deeds so that the glory may go to a God.
Fixing plane. Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, should we count her off?
Yeah, let's count her off. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you!
Do you think she's got enough food for the trip?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I snuck a couple Twinkies into the spaceship when we were fixing it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As we take a moment to reflect on the things we learned on Vacation Bible School, we learned a lot of ways that we can shine Jesus' light in this world. And I think it might be helpful for us this morning to kind of take a little step back, reflect on why that matters and the darkness that our world is in, reflect a little bit on the source of the light that we have the opportunity to shine, which is Jesus, and then talk a little bit about how we shine Jesus' light and not just shine whatever light we can find. So first, I think let's talk a little bit about what darkness is in our world. And when I think about darkness, I think back when I was in college, I was a part of this group that used to do youth gatherings around the state of Michigan. Churches we didn't really know. We would go do these little youth gatherings, and it was usually in the middle of the night. So I was playing hide and seek at probably 2 a.m. one night, and I saw somebody out of the corner of my eye, and I ran to go get them. And as soon as I got into the room that they were in, the lights went off, and I froze. Because when the lights were off, I was kind of confused. I had never been in this room before, didn't know where the tripping hazards were. I had no idea what the path forward was to tag this person. And so I just kind of cautiously tried to feel my way around. And I think that might be a helpful image of where our world is right now. Right? It can be confusing in the darkness. We don't really know where the tripping hazards are. We don't know where the dangers are or when they're going to come at us. We live in a confusing world where there are a lot of voices that tell us the right way that we should take going forward. But we don't know what voices to listen to. And on top of that, to make it a little bit bigger than the analogy of being at a youth gathering at 2 a.m., is this world is a dangerous place. There are things in our world that hurt us. There are people in our world who are hurting. And if it's not that, it's the fact that sometimes even our loved ones die around us. And these are all things, whether it's confusion or pain or death, they're all things that remind us that our world is a dark place. And we need light. And we can't just dig inside of ourselves and find a light in there somewhere, because we are actually all a part of the problem. In this confusing world, we make mistakes. We live outside of the way that God has designed for us to live. In this broken, dark world, sometimes we are a part of the darkness. What we need isn't just like an exit sign in a dark room to show us how to get out. What we need is a sunrise. We need the light. We need a Savior. And that's why it's such good news, that Bible verse that we heard read just a few minutes ago, that Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." Right? He didn't just say, "I'm another light," like an exit sign in a dark room so that you can find a way to get out of this world, so that you can escape it. No, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." So that Jesus' plan is to come and rescue us from this dark world, not by taking us away from it, by Him coming into it. And that's what we heard about on that first day of Vacation Bible School. We heard about how Jesus is born into the world, the light of the world. And everyone who was paying attention to Jesus, well, they saw His light. Right? We heard about how the skies lit up as angels came to tell the shepherds about Jesus showing up. And the shepherds came to see Jesus and went throughout the region telling everybody they could see that Jesus, the light of the world, had shown up. So that the people of Israel really had no excuse to not see Jesus. And not only that, but God also put a star in the sky so that people from outside of the nation would also come and see Jesus. The wise men came and found the light of the world so that nobody would be without excuse, that the light of the world would be apparent to everyone. And Jesus doesn't come like an exit light in a dark room, but he comes like a sunrise lighting up the entire world in the middle of the night, and Jesus comes into this dark world. And if people are hurting, he gives them healing. If people are dying, he brings them life. When people were broken in their sin, Jesus brought them forgiveness for the things that they had done wrong. Jesus, in the middle of all of the voices that add to the confusion, Jesus brought the clear truth of God. Jesus makes the darkness run away. And I don't know what aspect of the darkness is on your mind this morning, but whether it's the confusion of our world or the things that I've done wrong, the times that I've stumbled in the dark, or maybe it's the pain, maybe it's the death. But whatever the darkness is, Jesus in his ministry on earth makes it all run away. And that's not just a distant promise for people who were around when Jesus was here. But because Jesus did all of this, people killed him. But he keeps his promises. And even though the people killed Jesus, they couldn't stop his light from shining. He rose from the dead, and he is coming back into this dark world. And when he does, there will be no more darkness because Jesus makes the darkness run away. Now this week, we talked about us shining Jesus' light. And it makes me think, I was doing some house hunting earlier this year, and we went into a couple of houses that had these beautiful chandeliers. And chandeliers are really an option in today's day and age because you could take out the chandelier and put in a light bulb that has like the light of 1,000 candles in it that'll make sure that nobody ever sleeps in that room. But back in the day, when we had a world that was lit only by fire, chandeliers were almost essential, right? Because you would have all of these little pieces of glass or crystals that would actually work to reflect the light out into the room so that just a few candles would be able to light a room. And I think that that's a good analogy for how we shine Jesus' light. Right? We don't make the light, but we are crystals for Christ. That Jesus shines into our lives by believing in him. He shines into our lives in a way that we can reflect his light out into this dark world. And we actually have the privilege of sharing Jesus' light here. And there are a lot of ways we can do that. When life feels dark, shine Jesus' light. Right? And when life feels dark, we can shine Jesus' light. I remember the story of a mother whose mother had passed away. And she was packing her bags on one day just to go see family, to spend time, to go. And I don't know if it was to the funeral or what, but as she was packing her bags, she couldn't hold back the tears from coming. Because the darkness of this world, the darkness of death, had become so clear to her. But in the middle of that, her daughter, who wasn't even 10 years old, came to her and said, "Mommy, it's okay, we don't have to be sad because Grandma is with Jesus now." Now, in this dark world, you and your children and all of us have the opportunity to shine Jesus' light. And not only can we speak hope into this world, but we can actually be the light that solves some of the problems. We heard, right, when people don't get along, shine Jesus' light. That Jesus brings a message of reconciliation. That means a message of forgiveness and a message of peace. So that we can be peacemakers in our world. So that we can bring the peace that Jesus will bring even here and now. And not only that, but we can look around at our world and see all of the places that Jesus is working already. And when good things happen, shine Jesus' light. We get to shine his light and show people that God is behind those good things. Not only that, but we can speak hope into hopeless situations. When people are sad, shine Jesus' light. We can tell people about the hope that Jesus will come back. And when he comes back, the darkness runs away forever. And finally, we can be the crystals for Christ that look for the darkness in our world, that look for the places that people need help. And when people need help, shine Jesus' light. We get to shine his light as crystals for Christ. All because Jesus ultimately makes the darkness run away, and Jesus will make that darkness run away forever when he comes back. Amen? Amen.